Hey, my name is Justin, and welcome to my second reflection. So our segment called the Undercurrent, which is basically a live music lifestyle showcase featuring the local musician and artists in the Illawarra area. What we were trying to achieve was to create a strong vibe, something that feels aesthetic, and a bit underground. We were trying to set up like background of like the harborside warehouse setting, which is not just on the music itself, but also on the atmosphere around it. The idea was to give the artists a platform to advertise their talent to the wider community, and which they deserve to have more attention from the people. Overall, the segment followed our original plan quite well, but there is some change during the production. The key change was to removing or reducing the interview part with the musician. At first, we want to get to know more part, and we want to have an MC, which we introduce the musician and the artist, so the viewers can get know more knowledge about the artist. But in terms of trend, I think the biggest one is the energy. The segment feel dynamic, engaging, and different compared to interview and talk-paced content. It brings the music, rhyme, and movement to the show, which have it to become interesting to the viewer, not just about entertainment. However, one limitation that I believe that we have is about we don't have the MC and the host, which make it losing the introduction. Looking at back as a viewer, it feels like something missing in terms of structure. There's no clear introduction or guidance through the segment, so it can feel a little bit disconnect. So having an MC would be a thing that I would recommend to have in the future for the show like this, so you should have a proper plan and structure for the show. As a whole, our segment contribute to the show as entertainment component. It comes after the bus interview section, so it's acts shift in tone from conversation to performance, which have balanced the overall program. For my contribution, I was involved in the developing initial idea of the segment. I wanted to push for something more dynamic, not just basic entertainment. I was looking for something that is creating an environment which is dynamic and entertaining to the viewers. What worked well in our collaboration is that we share all the similar vision. Everyone wants to make a music-based content on a music platform, make it easier to agree on the direction. However, we was struggle was on the depth of our planning. We had an idea, but we didn't develop it fully. For example, we didn't clearly assign the roles like having an MC or plan out transition between the performance, because everybody was
Sticking.
duty with the whole show. So the specific issues was we originally planned to include more introduction and storytelling for each artist. Even with this challenge, I still think the outcome was successful in terms of energy. Outside of our group segment, I was in the technical department. At first, I was actually want to go in a design team because this was my art major, but I wanted to try something new, so I decided to get in the technical team. Working in the technical team was definitely more challenging than I thought. Handling equipment, understanding the studio setup, and coordinating everything takes a lot of time and practice. It's not just something that you can practice in just one day. So that said, the production team did a really good job overall. Even though our class is smaller compared to other, the production team in our class was actually having a good and proper plan. That our segment was based on the foundation idea of the production team in our class and building from it go on. If I could change one thing at a class level, it would be encouraging more people to contribute to the idea. Earlier in the process, a lot of the decision making come from a smaller production group. I think if more students share the input from the beginning, we could have the proper plan and could have developed even stronger and more diverse ideas. From this project, I have learned that having a good idea is not enough. You need to have a good, strong planning and communication to actually execute it properly. I realized how structure in the media production is important. Even if something looks good visually, without clear direction or flows can feel incomplete. Another big takeaway for me is that stepping out my comfort zone, changing into another department as I want to be a design team was not in my original plan. I would love to try something new in the future. As a big shout out to Mr. Matt, Riley, and Aaron. Thank you for being my teacher.